Okay, gaining and retaining clients. Anybody here not want to gain and retain clients? That's good. You're all going to listen. Okay, let's crack on. Gaining and retaining clients is actually very simple. If you want a successful business, it's easy. Just two things to do. Brilliant. Number one, gain new clients. Number two, keep them. That's it. Thank you. Goodbye.
That's it.
No, seriously. The good news, that really is all there is to it, but it's not quite obviously as simple as that. However, let's look at the cost. The extra cost of gaining a new client compared to keeping an existing client. Keeping an existing client is a lot cheaper and a lot easier than gaining new clients, but actually we'd like to do both. So let's look at some simple ideas. Question to you guys, why do businesses in general, and accountants specifically, spend so much time and effort on getting a client, then just sit back and expect that client to keep generating money? It's a rhetorical question. We won't put you on the spot, and I might do if I see you not looking, but it is rhetorical. Answers would be complacency, for example, lack of knowledge. That's just what we've always done. Don't appreciate the value of what we have. Clients know what we do, don't they? You know, why do I need to tell them again? Well, important announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Look after your existing clients. Sounds simple? But if you don't, somebody else will. And they'll go, simple as that. As you would. If you don't like Tesco's, you go to Sainsbury's. Okay, accountants are a lot more important, so you're less likely to move unless they do upset you. Cross-selling, especially in accountancy. A client will spend many times over with you. This can have it's a big word, transformative effect. That means good, basically. That can have a big effect on three areas. Number one, profits. Who wants more profits? Only three of you. Who wants more profits? Oh, good, thank you. Area number two, client satisfaction. And area number three, resale value of your accountancy business. All three of those mean pounds, dollars if the New Zealand guys are here, in your pocket. Is it dollars in New Zealand?
I wouldn't know, mate.
It is, yeah.
I know that.
It is, mate.
So, for example, would you like fries with that? Every time they're trained to do it, they're made to do it. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, yes please. Bloody hell, they've made another sale. Simple as that. Any biscuits or cake with your coffee, sir? Starbucks Classic. Do you want the specialist shoe polish? Yeah, every time. If they don't say that, they're in trouble. Those mats and mud flaps with the new car? If we do your payroll, that would save you time and money. If you don't ask, they may not know. So it's a simple ask for you guys in your businesses. Would you like us to do your payroll? 4, significant extra revenue streams from the same loyal client who already, hopefully, likes you. Creating customer loyalty too. Payroll's a good one, especially weekly, because, well, they're coming to see you. Regular touch base. And you're not that accountant that they see once a year who sends them a bill, and that's about it. So payroll's a good one. Tips on keeping clients. Google yourself. Here's a good one. Hands up who's Googled themselves. A couple, okay. Very, very revealing. Why would you do that? Well, your clients will, more importantly, prospects will. And it may not be true what's out there, and I think there are new laws that if it isn't true, you can get them to change it or whatever, but be careful because sometimes that can lead to people wondering why you want to be kept quiet. But do this because customers will do it. New and existing clients, as I say, will do this. You will be judged by those people and indeed other people who will work with you. So IFAs, referral sources, banks, best to plan on being judged in the best possible light. First impressions count, both online and indeed in your office. Who's got an office? Yeah, good stuff. Okay, some work from home or whatever, but you've mainly got offices. Who's got those lying around the office? Telex machines, yellow pages?
Retro, mate.
Oh, I reckon. They're good as doorstops, they are. Telex, who doesn't remember telex machines? Madam, too young in the front, clearly. Yeah, everyone else does remember them. Nightmare. But first impressions count online in your office. Sometimes fresh pair of eyes, get your wife, your son, your best friend, whatever, come and just have a look, because these things will be here and we don't see them because we're just so used to them. What's in reception? Accountancy magazine, tax cards, budget updates. Excuse me. Great, it's all good stuff, but in your reception, really? Who's been to the dentist recently? Nobody? 1. Ah, good. He's still got all his teeth. You like if you don't go. Okay. That's another topic, but yeah. But when you're sat in reception, do you want to read Top Dentist Weekly? I don't think you do. So your clients don't want to read Accountancy Magazine, Tax Cards, Latest News in PAYE, etc. They don't. Leave them something interesting. What can I put in my reception area to help me sell more to my clients and, more importantly, potential clients? That's what you've got to ask yourself. What will it be? That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. No Accountancy Magazine, no paraphernalia. Or maybe nothing. You sell yourself. But as I say, look at your reception, fresh pair of eyes. Do some mystery shopping, go into a competitor. Okay, part 2, gaining new clients. You could buy a block of fees, nice and simple. It's another session altogether. We've got Abbott and Crow that we work with and are part of us and help you buy blocks of fees for a quick way to grow your business. However, marketing. Is marketing a cost today or an investment in the future? Again, rhetorical, it is indeed the investment. Don't just think of £600 or whatever to join this networking club, to do whatever you want to do with your website or to buy My Firm's app. Think of how many clients that will get you in the next 10, 15, 20 years and the payback from that marketing investment. Without investment, Roddy, you cannot expect a return. Is that true?
Well, unless you're geared in some other way.
Roddy can give you a return with no investment. I'm signing up straight away. No, in all seriousness, without investment in marketing, don't expect a return. People will walk in, you will get lucky, but not always. Test and measure. Again, most important, you may well spend lots of money on advertising. As Alan Sugar said, he wrote books on advertising, checkbooks. If you don't know what you're spending it on, why bother? Marketing should be a science, not just based on your guesswork or hunches or what we've always done. You need to know where the clients come from, so when you do sign the client up, ask him or her, did they see your app? Did they see your advert? Were they a referral? Were they just walking past your shop? Where did they come from? Because if you don't know, you're spending money on luck, on chance. It's not sensible. Ask them, note it down and track it, more importantly. So end of the month, regularly, where did those 5 new clients come from? Or however many. If they all came from your website, spend more on your website. If they all came from an app, look at your app. If they all just walked in the door, get a bigger door. Don't know, but if you don't know, you're never going to find out. How can you plan if you don't know what's been successful and what hasn't? How do we get more? Referrals. Referrals are great, but you've got to ask for them. Sounds simple? General marketing, we'll come on to these in more detail. Sales conversion, and maximising fee income. Just ask, as I say. If you don't ask your client if he knows anyone or she knows anyone who might want your services, they won't think. And how many of us are always telling clients, we're really, really busy, oh God, it's January, please don't call me. If you give that message out to your clients, they're not going to refer your friend to them. Simple as that. So whether you are or whether you aren't, never say you're too busy. Business is great. Yes, I'm looking for more. If your client subliminally thinks, your client likes you, you're his accountant, you look after him. If he thinks that by giving you a new client that would be a burden, he's just not going to do it. So that's a psychological issue. If you're giving that impression out to your clients, they're not going to refer your clients because they think you're doing you a favour by not giving you more work. So we can be in danger of giving the wrong message. Just ask. Why bother? Because small improvements in each of those earlier areas equals massive exponential increases in growth, which is the hidden power of practice multiples within your businesses. Okay, networking. For those who can't read at the back, that says no, use it for talking like this. Networking from day one. If these guys had never learned to talk, we wouldn't have got very far. So we need to network. If someone respects you, you should go, or if someone you respect rather says you should go to this place or you should try this thing, that is worth millions and millions of pounds in advertising. If somebody's friend says, go to Fred, he's a good accountant, use Roddy, he's a good IFA, get My Firm's app, it's great. If your friend says that, the barriers are broken down. They're coming to you unless you do something significantly wrong. Find your champions. So champions within your business, friends, colleagues can help you grow your business. These can be clients, Suppliers, hang on a minute, these suppliers, we're paying them money. Shouldn't they do something back for us? Perhaps they would if you asked them. They don't know. Friends and family, again, if they don't know you want more clients, why would they bother asking? You're always late home from work. Oh God, I don't want to give him more clients. You'll never come home. Make sure they know you want more clients. Your business contacts, IFAs, banks, other people you know in your local community. Your employees as well. Do you have a incentive scheme maybe for your employees if they bring you more clients? Do your employees realise you want more clients? Do you want more clients? If you're not sure yourself, they sure as hell won't know. So let your employees know, motivate them, reward them. And of course others. Inspire your champions. How can we do that? Champion them back. Which essentially means help them get work. Either through your contacts or your clients. So say, help them out. Ask them what they want. Sit them down, take them for coffee. How can I help you grow your IFA business, solicitor business, whatever? Help them. Why do that? What goes around comes around. Givers gain. Show interest in them, they'll show interest in you. Actually talk to them. How many times have you spoken to the solicitor in the same street as you this year? Once, twice maybe? Bumped into him on the way home? Don't know. Why not? It's got to be worth a 5-minute chat and a cup of coffee. Retweeting as well. Retweeting and share on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter and the app is free. It's ridiculously free. I met a contact of mine who sells balloons for weddings. Had a good chat with her about what she does. She found out a lot more about what I do. Put something on LinkedIn about her, copied her in. Suddenly pressed the button and 600 of my contacts now know someone I can recommend for balloons. She'll do the same for me, and all of her contacts will see what I can do for them. And it's cost absolutely nothing. This took 5 minutes. And the worst that can happen is nothing. The best that can happen, you'll both get work.
Someone might burst your balloon? No.
It won't burst your balloon, no. And if something does come from it, thank them, inspire them to do more. Skinner's law of positive reinforcement. If you thank someone for doing a good job or doing something that you like, they're more likely to do it again. Skinner's law, Google it. That personal touch as well. Make it appropriate, obviously, for what they would appreciate. Find, inspire, and thank your business champions to become a fit networker. Okay, any questions on growing business, keeping clients, maintaining relationships, apps?
They've all got loads.
Roddy, you've got a
I've
question at the back, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say something. I thought that was a fantastic talk. I really do. I think it's really...
Can we just stop you there? Can we put that on microphone, please?
Yeah, I'm off camera. But the question I was going to ask is, have you got any evidence of members using the ICPA logo on their stationery, whether that reinforces a positive image with existing clients and can attract more clients? I mean, is there any evidence that being members of a professional body help?
It's an interesting one. I mean, being a member obviously does, and you talk about letterhead, and letterheads nowadays is a bit old school. Yeah, putting on your letterhead can help. One thing, an easy trick that a lot of people forget is your email footer. If you go into that, and you put your members of the ICPA and more details about you and a link to your website and your LinkedIn page and your Twitter in your email footer, which can be done once and then it applies to all the emails you send, all your clients, contacts, everyone you email sees that. So, yeah, in the old days the letter and the logo would do that, but now in your email footer get the logo, the fact that you're a member in there, and everyone will see that.
And is that easy to do then?
It's extremely easy to do, and what I would say is if you've got any trouble, depending on your package, ring up your computer supplier, ring us up and we'll help you. But I must admit, I'm not very good with numbers, phone numbers, for you. Not numbers generally, phone numbers. Thank you for the laugh. Whenever I want to phone someone, the first thing I'll do is I'll go to their email, scroll down the bottom to their email footer and think, why haven't they got an email footer with their phone number on? So don't be that person, because I might want to be your customer. I might see an email from you, I might get an email from you. Yeah, I need to do business with them. Scroll down to the bottom of their email. No phone number, I'll do it later, and then you don't do it. You're missing the trick if you don't do that.
Can you mention about recording their client base, keeping records, because obviously ultimately that you're creating a package of practice that's going to have resale value, but it's important that you're recording what clients you have, how you record them, etc.
Yeah, obviously in your businesses you'll have maybe one, maybe two or three databases with client details on, account software, payroll, tax. That's what ultimately you're selling. So your end game is going to be to build this business up to a level whereby someone will want to either buy it from you or you'll pass value down to your next generation or whatever. Your clients are a tremendous asset. A lot of accountants don't realise that. Tremendous goodwill in that client base. So what you must do is record it. How much do they spend with me? What services do they have? What other cross services can I and have I sold them? So 10, 15, 5 years time, whatever, when I come to you, I'd like to buy your business. You can tell, okay, these are all my limited company clients. These are all my sole traders. This is my total fee bank. This is what I'm worth. Your business is a tremendous asset. So don't ruin it when you come to sell or pass down to the next generation. Something we've started to use in ICPA and something I strongly recommend you all look at is a product called MailChimp. Anyone heard of MailChimp? It's basically an email marketing software and can send professional looking emails from you to not only your customers but most importantly your prospects. Customers as well talking about these other services. So go to mailchimp.co.uk, and the good news is at our level it doesn't cost anything. It starts to cost if you start to send tens of thousands of emails and it's used by bigger businesses, but MailChimp will allow all of you to register for free, send emails to your databases for free, schedule campaigns, so you can send program an email now, press a button and schedule it to come out tomorrow at 5 PM when people are leaving. Do a whole year's worth of email marketing at no cost. So mailchimp.co.uk. Any more for any more?
Yeah, it wouldn't be any mileage, for instance, partly to tell you this, so taking Roddy's point, for the RCP as an organisation going to the Federation of Small Businesses and saying, these guys are a member of an organisation that is going places and are doing, because basically this morning we've done a lot for,
Well, we have tried with the FSB in the past. It'd be interesting to know why they sort of wanted to throw rocks at us, but I think because certain others might have said certain things, so it was very, very difficult at one time, but I think now we're in a much stronger position. I think maybe minds and hearts have changed somewhat, so we will re-pursue it, but
yeah.
Sometimes it's people don't want to know, they don't want to know.
Has anyone here got any tips or anything they use locally that's worked for them getting clients?
Can I just mention
Yeah.
one thing also, that within your, when we go out, as you know, when we go out and help practices and look at practices to help them develop, one of the things that we do find is that they may be very good at recording all their clients and splitting them into limited companies, splitting them into this, splitting them into that, and they've got loads and loads of information, and you turn around and you ask them the question, which of these 200, 300, 400 clients, how many new clients did any of them recommend? And you're not recording that this guy Peter recommended 10 clients. And so if you are ever contemplating selling that practice, it's a monstrously vital piece of information that if I was buying your practice, that'd be one of the very first questions I'd be asking. Who is the one who's doing all the recommending from your basis, so that right, I am not going to muck up Peter, but people, it's strange, you just not keeping records. So I think it's very important that you start to keep a record of this, and sometimes, we come around to Christmas and you think about it and you can look at it and go, he has, she has, they've recommended it. That's a vital piece, and you can say thank you. And it is important to say thank you. And when you say thank you, they'll probably find another one. And as I say, it's very important. So if you can think about that and try and alter your records just to keep notes of where these recommendations are coming from, it'll help you, and it's certainly, when it comes to resale, it's a vital piece of information for a buyer to know.
Definitely. I mean, the last thing I'll leave you with is as Roddy said this morning, the app is good and it's going to be used more and more, but the thing he touched on that's coming soon is the ability for your client or your contact to refer you quickly through that app is going to be extremely powerful. So that's pretty exciting, I think, from all of yours point of view. But they're only going to refer you, obviously, if you're looking after them. So you don't want your clients to refer you because they think they have to. If you're not looking after them, they're not going to refer you. Sir?
You mentioned Skinner's Law. Can you develop that a bit more? Have you got a minute to do that? Was it Skinner's Law you said?
Skinner's Law of Reciprocity. I think Tony did, to be fair.
Oh, okay.
Tony touched on it, where if you thank...
Passing it back.
No, but if, as Tony said, if you thank someone for something, they're more likely to do it again. If you don't, they'll think, what's the point? So subliminally, we all like... Do you remember, again, going back to the dentist, do you remember when went to the dentist as a kid, you'd get a badge that said, I was brave? Kids love it, even now, I'll get one. Love it. Badges are important. We like getting, as a human species, we like getting recognition and thanks. And that really is the basis of Skinner's Law, that if you thank someone, subconsciously or generously or whatever, they're more likely to do more for you.
And it
So-
does work.
Thank you, Paul. It does indeed, yeah. Got an example, Paul?
Yes,
Go on then.
we've got a taxi driver who refers other taxi drivers
There you go.
to us. We send him a thank you card for everyone he refers.
Yeah.
He's amazed because no one's done it before. And the more cards we're sending him, the more drivers he's referring.
So it's just simply a card, a thank you card.
Yeah.
50 pence or whatever.
God knows what you might do if you give him a drink.
Yeah, exactly.
You're taking on bloody BWs at this rate.
Yes, but when he refers a certain number, then you give him something
Ah.
So he hasn't done enough yet, you're saying?
large. Yeah. When he refers 30 clients, you take him out for lunch.
But that's
This
the Tesco's
poor man.
loyalty card syndrome. Yeah, that's a good
This
idea.
poor
Get yourself a
man.
loyalty card system. Madam?
You asked if there's any way that you can sort of get yourself out for the people to know. I
Yeah.
specialise in the entertainment business,
Okay.
particularly performance and what are now called creatives. And I've got my business name on, well, both Equity and Stage Managers Association keep lists of accountants that are known to specialise. So
Okay.
if an equity member says, oh, I need a new accountant, or I'm just starting, I need an accountant, sometimes they go to Equity
Yeah.
and they'll give them a list, and I've had quite a few referrals that way.
Okay, so look to go to
So
bodies.
if you specialise in a particular field, go to the professional bodies there and
Yeah.
make sure that they know.
So taxi drivers, again, we Paul, go to the guy who gives them the
Yeah.
instructions. Yeah, no, that's good. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you.
That's it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Steve.